G'day guys, just sharing another video. In this one here we've got Pink Diamond, who is a Grandmaster, quite a fun chick through Discord. She's quite entertaining. We've got Dalarath, who's the host of this game, who hosted it to be as close to the original board game as possible. It is a progressive world domination game. No fog, no blizzards, and I do believe there's like a 2-minute turn timer. This is his opinion as the ultimate version of Risk in the app, as close to the original board game as possible. Then we've got Carpo, who's played quite a few games through Discord, reasonably pretty good player. And then we've got a couple of new guys in here, so quite a good mix, and we'll enjoy watching. I will fast forward through the manual placement here shortly and skip to where all the action sort of begins. So here we go, guys. This is where all the action starts. I'm going first. At this point in the game, Dalarath is quite a player who's very fixated on having Egypt. As you can see, I'm refusing him that to prevent that advantage that he always seems to have, basically just to annoy him a little bit. Just my own little personal fun and banter with him. I find it a little bit fun to, when I'm playing, to annoy some of the players sometime, and just, I don't know, have a bit of fun. So as you can see here, I formed an alliance with Red already. It's a new player. Obviously there's no threat or anything from them at the moment. I'll not take their bonus or any of that sort of stuff, so it'll set them up. We've got Carpo and Mile down there fighting over Estrella. Somebody's going to end up with a very short game, but we'll see how that pans out. You'll notice it, I'm not breaking Pink. Kind of an informal alliance with Pink. Later on in the game, I actually find out that Pink and Yellow, which is Pink Diamond and Dalarath, had an alliance among themselves. So that alliance that they had ensured that Pink Diamond never had her bonus broken, because I didn't really want to mess with Pink Diamond, and I was just annoying Dalarath. So I was doing my best to prevent Dalarath from coming up and being too much of an issue. So here we go. All the action started over in Estrella. Carpo came off worse for wear, and I was in no real interest of wiping out White for his cards, even though I could have at that stage, but Pink's gonna think about doing it, and then decided, nah, I'm not really interested either. He's only got 2 cards, no real reason to waste the troops, so she's kind of just separated there. Couple of little placements around the place, but you can see that Carpo's still surviving. So, we're going to watch Pink Diamond make her move now. And as you can see, she's doing just her little bit to try and ensure that she's going to get Carpo's cards. He's only got 2 cards, so it's not really worth anybody going through her 16 to wipe him out. Nobody can really get to him from either angle except for maybe Red. Red is a little new, so a little inexperienced, but now you can see that White has 3 cards, and in a progressive game, that's actually quite important. Those 3 cards mean that you get a double trade-in straight away, which is quite valuable. So you'll see coming up, Pink is going to make her move shortly. And when she does do this, you'll notice that she'll take her trade in, she'll wipe out White, and then she'll get another trade in straight away. So she took her trade in, she'll get another trade in now. So it wasn't as bad as just sacrificing 4 troops. At this point, I'm a little bit weary about Red taking advantage of my weak position that's here, especially considering I've got 5 cards. I'm heavily relying on the ally aspect of our game. I am aware that there is an alliance there, but you never know. So he's just protecting himself, not really going to do anything. So he didn't even take a card. He's playing quite passively. Blue's in no position to really do anything to anybody. Not really bothering anybody, but definitely in no place to be a threat. So he kind of stays over there. Now Pink also has a situation where she's protecting Blue, very heavily protecting Blue. Red could get in there, Red could wipe out Blue, but that would mean the end of his game. He would be very weak. So Pink is ensuring that she's keeping pressure on Red to make sure that he doesn't weaken himself. And of course Dalarath, he can't get over there to hit him, so therefore, or to wipe him out entirely because of that one little territory over in North America. So there's no point wasting all your troops to wipe out Blue here. I'm still quite weak, still quite stressing early on in the game here. I'm strong enough that nobody really wants to risk wiping me out and making themselves weak, but at the same time, it's one of those things. Blue's just egging me on, teasing me, trying to provoke somebody to do something. As you can see, I'm the weakest person in the game by far here. So there's going to be quite a substantial card trade sort of practice happening here, where I'm just one-carding here and there, ensuring that nobody really sees me as a threat. I'm definitely not in a place to be able to pose an issue. I'm getting no bonuses. I'm not really trying to hold anything. All I'm doing is just taking my 1 card. Very important and progressive, the cards are. And still, always going back into Egypt just to annoy Dalarath. in the voice channel throughout this game, he was just constantly having at me. I did tell him that I'll never let him hold Egypt. I do change my mind a little bit later in the game because I want him to actually get out and do something, and I want other people to feel threatened by him. So I let him out and go from there. But it takes a little while. You'll see Blue has got his stack locked in back there, and didn't quite give enough. Dalarath did set this to true random dice, which has a pretty big impact because a 4-to-1 isn't 100% chance of getting a blitz anymore. So Dalarath has gone up, made it known that he's not in alliance with Red. He's trying to aggravate Red. He wants Red to attack me. So he's trying to unsettle Red, make Red feel a bit more threatened. Red didn't buy into it. Again, we've got Mile, just annoying me a little bit. She's just trying to antagonize me, trying to agitate me, trying to get me to do something. And I don't really bite at any of this sort of stuff, I'm not really that kind of guy. I kind of got a purpose in mind. My whole point of playing this particular game is just to annoy Dalarath, who's yellow. Just be as annoying as possible. Just you watching everything, watch people make their moves. They're trying to get a feel and a vibe for what's happening, trying to work out what everybody wants to do. It's kind of one of those things. Nobody really wants to make a big move just yet. So, Red has gone in, opened up Blue, hoping Blue will do something. Try and, change the pace of the game a little bit. And Blue's not really that interested. She just goes back into Siam again and just does what she does. So I hear Pink's opening up Yellow a little bit, trying to antagonize him, hoping that he will hit me. But he just goes back into Conga again, so it's kind of pointless. She was hoping he would wipe me out of the game and take my cards. That'd be one less issue. Red, he's kind of, what's going on? Opens up Dalarath again, hoping that Dalarath will again act and do something. But, Dalarath, he's just doing his own thing, kind of like me. And you've got Christina. She's trying to just slowly branch out, just, reach out little by little by little, and hold as many troops as possible, trying to prevent that strike that she's got. Again, Mile comes over, a little bit threatening, but doesn't see the point of hitting me. So we've got Pink Diamond over here, starting to get a little bit weary about having so many troops out in the open. She tries and brings them over and puts them on a stack a little bit. And generally lots of just little card swapping, people opening up Dalarath, antagonizing him, hoping he'll do something, come out of his shell a little bit. There is quite a bit of heavy banter happening in Discord throughout this game. And meanwhile, I'm just here nice and calm, one carding. So Pink Diamond comes over here, trying to prevent people from annoying me anymore. Well, more so preventing Blue from annoying me, hoping that Blue might go up and attack Red. And Dalarath's come off his Congo spot, so now I'm starting to feel a bit threatened. So now I've got a lot of troops all surrounding me that can just annihilate me. I know that I don't have to worry about Red so much, but Dalarath is very heavy on the he wants Egypt. So I'm feeling a little bit threatened here. So as you can see, I've sacrificed Egypt. I don't want to annoy him anymore to prevent him from suiciding into me. And Pink doesn't have the troops to really do much, so she's feeling a bit threatened, wants to support herself, ensure that she's okay. She backs out of my area, so that way she knows that I don't want to go over and hurt her because it'll hurt my game. Yellow can wipe me out, red can wipe me out. So she just removes that threat because I've propped up on her borders. So now we've got quite a diverse field of play here, where she's now putting a little bit of pressure over on Blue, who gets a trade in. Blue doesn't want to fight Pink Diamond. The banter is very feminine, so there's a little bit of a we're not going to fight among each other because we're girls kind of thing. So I just come in here. You could have seen I could have made a power move. I decided not to, and just protect Pink a little bit from both red and yellow, just to ensure that they know that, nothing to worry about. They ain't getting her, but she is feeling a little bit threatened, but nothing that is game changing. So red's gone and made a little bit of a power move, gotten rid of Pink, just to try and bring something back to the game. He's going to come back to guard his borders a little bit. He is very weak, needs a lot of recovery time. And personally, I'm going to allow that. I could go and wipe him out, but the trade-ins are only worth 90. He has more than 90 troops, so there's no point in me going over there and being an issue. But now what I've done is I've allowed pink a way out, which is quite an easy path. She decides she doesn't want to be that threat, and comes out over on the way, and then just brings all of her troops out. She doesn't need to go in there. Dalarath goes back into Egypt. He really likes his Africa, so I'm going to allow him that. There's no point pushing for Egypt and trying to fight for Egypt, as you can see, but I will not let him hold Africa for this time. There's no point in me allowing that. I decided to go over and hit pink and just sit there and stay there, more so to protect her, because Dalarath has to expand a lot more troops to get over there. He doesn't have an easy path. Red can't go over and hit her, and she's not getting a bonus as well. It just gives her that few turns to kind of recover without being threatened. Dalarath decides that he wants to leave me blocked in this one little spot. Why? I don't know. Red decides he doesn't want to be a threat or be at risk of Dalarath's wrath, so I decide, alright, I don't want to be over there anymore. Red's no longer a threat. Now I'm going to push up on Dalarath. I'm going to see what he wants to do. Does he want to go after pink? If he wants to go after pink, I'll let him. Pink is now consolidating troops a little bit to try and get a few stacks, and Dalarath still has this unwritten alliance with pink, but they're just not quite, it's a little unstable. Red's just trying to separate himself out, try and make him a little bit harder to kill. No real point in doing anything just yet. So now we've got pink just trying to stop red from being such a thing. Dalarath has literally come off Egypt. I don't know why he did this. He might have just felt like he wanted to see what I would do. I'm kind of sitting here thinking what I want to do right now. Blue's sitting over here, got much bigger stack than me, much bigger stack than most people, and a little unsure, feeling a little bit uncentered. So I just go back to annoying Dalarath. I still don't have another set. Pink's over here doing her thing, trying to protect her borders. Dalarath's just gone back to Congo, one carding it again. As you can see, nobody really wants to bother anybody throughout this game. It's all just, let's see what everybody's doing. So now I've got a trading. Pink's now decided that she's going to make a few power moves. So she's wiped out red. And just sitting there doing what she's got to do. She's still quite healthy. 300 troops, plus the 50 over on the other side. Blue at this stage kind of just trying to egg me on to doing something again. I'm quite weak. I bring in quite a few troops. And then I decide that I'm just going to go over, open her up, and then I'm going to go and wipe her out on the other side. So that way she's just that little bit easier to kill. I'm hoping Dalarath will do this. And then I sit up the top, just kind of protecting pink if Dalarath locks himself in while attacking blue. At this point, I've just made pink kind of a little bit stressy because I've come away. I'm no longer protecting her border. But Dalarath doesn't do anything, and neither does blue. So I'm just kind of just sitting here playing limbo. I really thought blue was going to hit me then, but didn't. So I get my trade in. And I just come over and just sit in a nice little spot. Right here. Went for a walk, broke up pink. Caused a little bit of aggro, but nothing that I wasn't prepared for. Pink's feeling a little bit threatened at the moment. Banter is quite heavy. Pink thinks that I'm gunning for her, which I'm definitely not. I've allowed her to take her bonus back. Dalarath is just still sitting here one-carding the whole way. And what I'm doing with all of this is I'm ensuring that pink can't just come over and hit me. So I'm not opening pink up to hitting me. And it's quite frustrating to her. Dalarath has gone over, opened up blue, hoping the blue's going to come out and do something. And blue just goes in pockets again. Again, I'm ensuring that I'm not opening up pink to myself. I'm looking over there, I think pink, what I'm thinking is pink's going to take that 3, and then fortify all of her troops over, which you can see she hasn't done. And then she decides she wants an alliance with me. So at this point, I'm assuming that she's just broken the alliance with yellow. And she's changed her mind because yellow's just literally doing nothing the whole game. He's just one-carding, hoping, letting everybody else fight. The game has gone on for a little while at this stage. And, you know, it's just, she's getting a little agitated. So she just goes over and whacks that. Still a point. Dalarath doesn't want to do much, but he just goes over, he's frustrated, tries to kill her, and just can't do it. Splits troops. He's got 80. He's down a little bit, and he blocks himself in. Leaves himself stuck in a corner and can't do anything. This is where blue has an opportunity to try and wipe out pink, but because blue's trapped in a corner, can't do it. Got 5 troops only. She tries. There was no chance. So now I come in. I get a trade in if I want it, but I don't want it yet. I want to see what cards I get from pink first. So I get my 7 cards. I get selective. I didn't need to. And I just start going ham on blue. Now the reason I went blue first is because blue has 4 cards. Go in here, pocket in here. And I went, okay, at least I've got something to fortify out if I need to. And I just proceed to wipe out Dalarath, who is the lesser threat on the board anyway, which is why he didn't get targeted before blue as well as the cards. But this is how you go from being just somebody on the map with nothing to winning a progressive game. It's just a full chain attack.